I am a certified forest therapy guide and nature lover and a former engineer, General Motors person, corporate executive who has come all the way back to her original love of climbing trees and hanging out in ponds with pollywogs and frogs and things like that. So that's a little bit about me.
Perfect. Uh, so what are some of the most rewarding things that you found through your writing?
Uh, love the writing community. And Maine has a great one. And it's just, look, you don't do this for the money, right? So you have to have a different measure for success than, again, the programming that says, titles, money, minions, stuff, and that's really what we've all been taught success looks like. And the truth
Hmm.
is that none of that is fulfilling. Anyway, it's very elusive. You're chasing those things for what? It just doesn't have any meaning. So I feel like being in a writing community is one of the new definitions for success. It's all earnest hearts trying to craft something, trying to feed something, devoted to something that may or may not live in the world. It's a it's a real it's a real risk and gift to get published. It's very difficult. So I do think that one of the upsides is this just a terrific group of co-writers who support each other. I'm constantly buying everybody's books. It's like sacred craft. And you think spinners and weavers, they love spinning and weaving and talking about shop. And so it's just being in that community of really good people.
I hear ya. For me, my last big question is, can you help or offer a suggestion for where people can get started? Like breaking into sort of like that publishing industry, especially if you wanted to do like the traditional publishing route with like having an editor and like an agent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I started by submitting to anthologies, and I just feel like I needed to create a track record of publications. And so whether it's magazines or even letters to the editor, or some volunteering. For a while there, I was a contributor to a little regional magazine called Close to Home, and I was writing about interior decorating, but I was writing and I was using that storytelling craft. Um, and then I've got like this anthology and that anthology and that anthology. And so I just was submitting to those. And once you got something that's a little bit of a wow, she's been published in these, they may not be the New Yorker, but they're something. They demonstrate that the person is committed to the craft and the person is committed to following through and all that. So I think that's probably the best advice, is to just start small and start where you can and start building up your credentials so that when you do reach out to try to find an agent, you've got something to stand on. Cool.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Is there anything else that you wanted to let me know or say before we sign off for today?
No, just again, I think underscoring that to craft, for new writers, or for any writer, it's to craft your own definition for success, because it does look a lot different than what we've all been schooled in. And it can be super meaningful, and really, if I hadn't listened to my own intuitive like inclination to write a story set in the homeland of my ancestors, I just think I would be living a poorer life, a lot. And I don't mean monetarily poorer,
Yep.
bereft of some of the richness of the things that I've learned and the craft that I've learned and everything else. So that's, I guess, what I would say.
Perfect. All right. Thank you and have a good
Okay.
one.
Thanks. You too. Take care. Bye.